yet.
Now he just needs to get the drone.
He needs to find a
footage.
round to it. That's what he needs.
I'll tell you why.
Somebody
you haven't
give
seen
him a
any
round
video
to it.
yet.
Okay, has anybody seen the pictures lately? Well, I guess they wouldn't be on Moxie, but they'd be on Corey's Facebook page of what Dave's been doing here all week.
Oh, yeah, the coal miner.
We've been working our tails off, mostly Dave. I've got to the point where
Mostly
now
Dave.
it's kind of a one-man gig. Dave is on the heavy equipment doing what he does, and this racetrack we're building is...
Build
And
it,
it's
they
a
will
dirty
come.
job.
It is.
Gosh.
It is. You should see some of the pictures.
It's
I
incredible.
look like a coal miner.
You look like you're in West Virginia.
Do you guys remember how many cautions we had in the late model feature?
2.
2. That's right. We had 2.
I want a prize.
And Darren Koffel led. How many laps did that feature?
All of them.
No.
No.
16.
He led 21 of the 25.
Well, almost all of them.
Everson led the first 4, and from then Koffel worked his way up to the front.
Koffel checked out.
I'll tell you who I thought was really going to pressure him for a while was the 40 of Everson. Everson got out of shape there for a little while and kind of dropped back. But man,
He got out of shape bad in 4 one time,
yep.
if I remember correctly.
But he saved it,
Yeah, he did.
and we saw some awesome. I mean, Elliott was second, Everson was third. Those are your top 5 or your top 3. Paul Kolb actually finished 4th. And Eric Massey in that beautiful 18 machine was rounded out the top 5. Those guys, that pack of cars, did you watch how those guys were racing? I mean, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, those guys were, it was every time across the stripe somebody else was at the front of that pack. It was like an IROC race. You just didn't know who was going to come out on that one. That was fun. That was entertaining.
And it had some controversy in it too, because who was the red car?
Are you talking about the 196 of Joey Oshkowska?
Yeah, because I was watching above, which I always do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching above, and I see this car run over by Elliott and kind of snub him a little bit, and then he run up again.
Oh, that's the 6 of Bob Dees
yeah,
you're talking about.
and then went up and snubbed him again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. When I say snub, I don't mean rub. Snub is harder than rub.
But not slam.
No, he didn't slam it. It's less than slam, but higher than rub.
Well,
Snub.
and here I had a conversation with
That's some of that Alabama talk,
I had a conversation. I'll address this. I try to stay away from some of this controversial, but I think that
It was good racing, though.
Here's the thing. This is a matter of a point of view. Okay, this is a point of view. This is a perspective thing. Again, we've talked about this on the show. Their perspective, okay, and I don't need to say any names, was that Elliott made contact and turned the 6 car around when the 6 car was spun. Okay, so they're saying that Elliott did this intentionally. Okay, I'm going to put a side note right here. I did not see it happen. So I'm not saying what happened. I'm saying what I was told happened because I haven't seen the video yet. I did not see that happen on the racetrack. I was looking elsewhere. Their perspective was the 4E got into the back of the 6 and turned him on purpose because they were already a lap down and Elliott was, trying to catch the leaders. Okay? That's one perspective. There's always 2 sides of the coin where the faster car is coming from the back. Someone else is in the line. Decisions had to be made. A little bit of contact. And somebody went around. The people that I've talked to, unrelated to both cars, when I asked, I didn't see it, what happened? Nearly everybody I've talked to said one of those racing things. Did you actually see it happen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell me, I want your perspective because I didn't see it, so I can't give one.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I think he got in there. He got in there tight. He was racing. There's no room.
Well, and here's the thing.
But I don't think he, from what my perspective, he didn't run up under the back of him and spin him around just to get him out of the way.
Right.
No.
Okay.
That wasn't even a snub. That was a rub.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there's 3,
here's
3
the
intensities.
Thing too. Right, and here's the thing too. That track we saw right there, if you know anybody is going to be fast on a track like that, when it's got that moisture and it's hooked up and it's all about just being aggressive and going. When you talk about guys that are going to be super, super good on tracks like that, the first two guys that come to mind are who? Trent Elliott and Rob Maya. Well, unfortunately, Trent Elliott's one of the guys involved in this, if you want to call it a controversial call. I didn't see it. I can't speak on it. I'm not going to, but Ed, you saw it. You said you think it's just a racing deal. That's what I've heard from most people.
And I've probably I've got that view, I think.
Okay, well, we'll have to take a look at it. I'd like to see it just because it's been talked about, but I don't think in a situation like that where Trent is running third and trying to catch the leaders that he's just going to drive through somebody and take them out.
No, because he's going to hurt himself.
Race drivers are funny. Some of them will do it. I've seen just about every driver I know do something like that over the years. Ryan Nelson says, didn't think did it on purpose from my view. It looked like the car, he overdrove it in the corner and made the contact.
That's the way I saw it.
And this is how this is, and it's going to be where you are at the racetrack. We've talked about this 100 times on the show. Where you are on the racetrack and what you see is going to be different from your angle versus someone on the backstretch, from the announcer's booth to someone sitting in turn 3 and 4.
Well, I'll do it like I did the IMCA mods. Remember, they had a controversial pass between in 1 and 2.
Right. Yep.
Dave had it. I had it.
Well, yeah. We'll take a look at it and then. Because I don't see a guy risking a third place position and leading the points in the championship, doing something like that intentionally. Maybe he did. I don't know. Yep. I personally,
He's the only one that would know.
Well, you're right. You're right. And we can discuss this till we're blue in the face, and we're not going to have an answer. We're just going to get perspectives, okay? It'll be interesting because the 6 car was fast. I mean, these guys, they know that track very well. They're good there. So was Trent Elliott. So is, there's a lot of fast cars down there. It'd be interesting to check that video out. Maybe we'll put that clip up just to kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that we're antagonizing anybody.
No,
we're just showing, look, this is the perspective from camera perspective.
Right.
Cameras don't lie.
That's right.
I think I got that on there too.
You do. I think you do.
Well, we'll take a look at it.
I got a real clean shot of it.
Because if I remember correctly, when that happened, I looked over at you, and you was focused in that area. So.
And we kind of grinned at each other after that. I got it.
We have some really good visual, non-verbal signals up there between me and Dave.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I can't hear him because I've got headphones on.
And I can't talk or to come over the video.
So who flips who off more?
No, we'll look over and
look for that too.
Yeah, we'll grin and get a thumbs up from, like I got that, Did you get it?
The one I got really well was that one. I call it the V maneuver.
Oh yeah, where he ripped his armpits out.
In front of the grandstands when the 2 cars came. And when I first saw it, I thought there was only 2 cars involved. And then I played it back during the yellow, and they had 2 come on the sides of the one in the middle, and they turned it into a V and just ripped the front off the car.
That was the 196.
With the header laying on the ground.
The 3V and the 6, yeah.
But I replayed that several times.
Ryan Nelson said respected the flagger's decision to not black flag both cars after Dees kind of bumped him and said, hey, I didn't like that, and it was over. Okay, and that's the way it should be. We did have a guest flagger in the house.
I was just fixing to bring that up.
Yep.
I was going to say good job.
Did a fantastic job of flagging. I mean,
Wonderful.
for being his first time there this year. And he's an experienced flagman.
Yep.
Okay, Tracy Millar. Very experienced flagman. He's worked numerous tracks. He's done just about every division there is to do. He is a no BS guy. He makes his calls. He sticks by it and keeps the show rolling.
I've seen that blue stripe flag come out a couple times.
He did use it. He used it
awesome.
quite often, and
Yep.
I think that was a great thing because I helped that keep that show flowing the way it did. When that leader knows, hey man, or when that cars are going a lap down, the leaders are coming. I better hold my line.
That's huge.
We saw a lot less. We saw a lot less when that flag is used, and I think that's I think that is a very good tool for every racetrack.
Well, we discussed this a couple shows ago. These guys don't have rear view mirrors.
No, they're illegal.
They don't know, so they're up to what they hear on the receiver and what they visually see from the flagman.
Right.
And if you got somebody coming up on you don't know, and you don't hear them until they're beside you just about. Mm-hmm. But you can hear them coming. But,
yeah. A flagman is that's one of the hardest jobs at the track. One of the jobs you couldn't give me.
You know, when it
but
comes out with
I
that,
gotta, I
when
mean,
it comes out with that blue flag, it kind of draws my attention. So then I look down and see what's going on.
Mhm.
It kind of helps me.
oh, we had very, very few cautions on the night. Very few. Moving in, let's talk the sprint cars. We're kind of going faster cars. We're kind of going backwards but the sprint cars. Let me ask you guys a question here. From what we have seen the last 3 weeks.
Wheeler dealer.
Does anybody have anything for that 1W car? Is anybody going to beat him? Can anybody beat him right now?
I don't know. He's tough.
4 straight feature wins. 4 straight.
And I'm not talking 20 feet, 30 feet.
No,
I'm talking-
he's checking out.
I'm talking about back straightaway, half a lap. Half a lap, yep.
He is checking out. I mean, that 1W, they have got that car figured out. Bailey Hibbard was really the only guy that challenged him, and that was right around the midway point. It was like lap 11, and it was a short challenge. Wheeler was working traffic. This happened down in turn 2. There was a lap car coming up. They were running the same line. He ran right up on him, touched the brakes. That car got a little sideways. He slipped to the top. Hibbard took a shot, got right next to him, and unfortunately didn't have the drive getting off the corner that Wheeler did. And once he showed those colors to Wheeler, it lit a nuclear bomb under Wheeler, and he was, from then on out, he said, no mercy.
You mean he actually touched the brake?
I think he had to. It would have been bad had he not. But it was it was a fantastic job of driving in Mike Wheeler's part.
Well, I was really watching the scramble.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody don't know what the scramble is, that helps sort out the top couple of positions.
Sure.
And these guys are, there's
the
four,
starting positions for the feature.
starting positions for the feature, and there was no hold bars in the scramble.
No, there wasn't. Everybody let it go. Everybody turned it
Oh.
loose, and it was like there was like nobody liked anybody.
No, and once,
No, I mean it was.
once I seen the scramble and the way they was racing in the scramble,
You knew what was
I
coming.
thought, man, the feature's going to be fantastic.
Definitely
Yeah.
hard to keep
You
up
know.
with them.
Yeah, and it was good for the most part.
Yep.
I mean, Wheeler though, I don't know if anybody has anything for that. I mean, we might be looking at 5 straight feature wins next time he shows up.
He unloads, everybody goes,
But there's so many good cars, so many fast sprint cars there that anybody. I'll tell you who impressed me too. You want to talk about heat races and you want to talk about really coming on? Let's talk about Anissa Curtis, the 17-year-old girl in the number 8C.
yes, sir.
I was rooting for her the whole time.
Did you see what she did to those dudes in the
Yep.
heat race? You want
Yeah.
to talk about no mercy? And who did she hold off for the win?
Wheeler dealer.
Mike Wheeler. She held him off on a track that is Mike Wheeler. You ask Mike Wheeler what kind of track he wants.
I think it's got his name on it.
Yeah. And did she do a phenomenal job of driving to hold him off. He tried to get there, but she figured it out real quick where the line was early in that race. She got to the point and said, nope,
Sorry,
not
bud.
today, not today.
Sorry, bud, it ain't happening.
No, and
love it.
this is what I enjoyed about that race. Wasn't just that she got her first heat race win at Southern Oregon Speedway. She's a rookie in sprint car, guys. She's a rookie. Okay, Mike Wheeler is not. Mike Wheeler is a nationally recognized name in the cage kart ranks. A former house driver for QRC, amongst other brands. This guy is an open wheel driver. He is the definition of open wheel driver, and you see how good he is. Well, here comes this young lady that looks like she should be a cheerleader, not a sprint car driver. And
Did I say she was good looking too?
she put something
She's
on
a
him.
sweetheart.
I'll guarantee you right now, Mike's going, how'd she do that? Yeah, he's scratching his head. I mean, he's still trying to get it off with A. Jackson. It ain't coming off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She drove a hell of a race right there.
Yep.
And man, oh man, was she awesome. That girl, I think her confidence level just jumped about 5 levels because she got more aggressive than we've seen this year in the feature. Started taking a little more chances. She's getting things figured out. I think she has a good piece of equipment she's in. She's going to be a threat from here on out.
Being a rookie, I'm waiting to see her when she really gets good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She's
She's gonna be plumb spooky.